welcome back. We ended up glitching right at the end. I was just about to throw in maybe 2 minutes, then get my max loot and everything, but that still was, out of the runs that I have done, the best run. And out of all the combined runs, that was the best out of his combined runs. Also, this character has gotten a 9-minute run, which is the best I've done as far as speed running. And then that last run was the most thorough I've ever done as well for this first stage labyrinth, Lord's Labyrinth. Alright, so I screwed up as usual, but also Grinding Gear Games screwed up as well. They put in this auto level system, which is a joke. Whereas it should not be auto level, and it shouldn't be I have to press something to auto level disable either. No, there should be an option in the options menu saying, would you like auto leveling or would you not like auto leveling? Then they should keep this auto level disabled option available as well, because they could do all three options, but they don't, of course, because of whatever dumbass reason that they don't do it. So I made a mistake again by testing something, and then it screwed me over, and I lost 4 of my abilities, all intellect based. But luckily, I'm at 93 intelligent, 96, 96, 90, or 98, 96. So if I get another 10 points in intellect, I'll be fine, and I don't have to re-level all their experience, which they are all nearly max to my level. So that would take a little while to do. Well, anyways, since I already screwed up, might as well look at these. I did scour them because I was pissed off because it messed up my character. So I scoured the gloves. It had intellect and strength on it. So I just got rid of everything because the only reason I kept these was because it had a trigger word on it. Or I put a trigger word on it. Whatever, I don't know. But I haven't used them yet for the Templar, and that was what I was waiting for. Well, anyways, let's go through why, or what they do. So, the one I have on that I was using is the Word of Tempest. It's an AoE lightning shock around me. It takes a couple seconds to build up, and then also it's not automatic. You know, I have to get like 5 kills or something to do it. It's more a melee based if it was, because it's centered on me. So, it's not a projectile based attack, which kind of sucks, but it's still alright. It has the lowest damage out of all of these, pretty much, though. So these ones I picked up with the trigger word on it, and this is the trigger word of Fury, my first trigger word that I got on my Necromancer. So I remember this, it just shoots out a projectile that's piercing, that shoots out in all directions. So, say there's 12 directions, or 15 directions, or 30 directions around you. Every single direction around you, it shoots out one piercing projectile that hits everything. So it's like an AoE that's centered on you, but it hits everything projectile, and it's pierced. So mine is 609, and this is 794. So I actually wish I had Word of Fury over, I guess this one's called Word of Tempest? Word of the Tempest. So 609, 794, so a good 100 and almost 80, 170 damage bonus, almost 200 damage bonus, so that kind of sucks. On my low level farming gear for all my new characters for this area, which these are now my new ones, the only thing that sucks about them is they're item level 4, so maybe if I get another pair I can get a higher level item level, but the maximum sockets that this can have is 3, whereas if it was just a little higher item level, I'd be able to get 4. But anyways, the trigger word of Force is, and Tempest is 609. Force is 713, so 110 extra. And then this is, I haven't seen it happen because I haven't tested it, but it's like, it's a melee one, and you know, it hits everything in the face. It's like punching something so hard that everything gets hit around it as hard as the main enemy. An arc or force, you know, a semicircle in front of you. So I haven't tested it, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty cool. And my next character is going to be a duelist for the hardcore solo self-found, so I can Go strength, dexterity, which I haven't done in a while, or marauder, pure strength. I don't know. Probably won't be a necromancer, probably won't be a ranger, because I played those too much. And I'm digging the Templar, and I'm digging actually doing good with a shadow for once. It might be a Scion. I might go Scion, because she can just do anything she wants. So I was thinking staff spec. Honestly, I know that sounds funny, but dual wielding wands and then staff spec, staff spec, as a melee, just smashing everything with a big stick, and then anything comes up to me, just dual wield wand them right in the face, or ranged, that is. But anyways, that's trigger word of force, and this is the one trigger word of ire, where I unfortunately made the mistake of forgetting, because that option isn't available. GGG, seriously, step it up. That's a very simple option. Either you want auto leveling or you don't, and I don't. And you can keep auto level disabled here too if you choose that other option as well. So you can go with all three options. It's quite simple. Just do it. Well, anyways, let's switch back. So we're at 609, and this is trigger word of ire, which is the lower one, 340. But it releases a lightning charge spinning copy of your weapon or projectile that rotates around a point, damaging enemies in an area. So it's kind of like spectral weapon, except lightning based, and also it hits everything in a small area. So I do kind of want to see this, and it is for the paladin when I put it on him, so I will see this eventually. But it's not too high level damage, but the thing is it's lightning based, and he's lightning based, so it will work for that. And the thing is that's good about trigger word of the Tempest, which this is a copy of your weapon and a spinning, it spins a small area around the projectile to where it goes. So this is a forward projectile one, whereas word of Tempest is one based on yourself. So honestly, the trigger word of ire would be better for the rogue. They're both lightning, so both my characters are lightning at the moment. Lightning chaos here, and then my Templar is actually lightning fire with a little chaos, but mainly lightning fire at the moment. But but he can melee a lot more. And the rogue shadow assassin there can melee. It's just I choose to do ranged, and I use my melee as a emergency kill button if I ever need to. And also for fun, I like shadow stepping with flicker strike and backstabbing and stuff. But I like to play it, safe with the bow, and we did upgrade it, and it is a decent upgrade. Not huge, but it is. This is a really good bow, and I probably should keep it, but actually I might just keep it for now. But anyways. This had plus strength and plus intelligence a good amount, so I lost my ability, or not lost, but they auto leveled, which they should not auto level. So we're gonna eat an orb of regret, and we're gonna take off this point over here, which sucks because it is my overall damage again, but I'll be getting these 2 points later again. But I need the point, and I was thinking about going down this way for the auras. But my auras are fine right now, and I don't have, or my heralds are fine. I don't have a direct aura besides precision and clarity, and they don't cost that much. But I do want evasion and energy shield, and then soul thief. So this is my area, and plus, luckily, I had an area to get plus 10 intelligence again, so I did not lose all my abilities. So now I can put everything back in. And I really do need to specialize at some point into just 3 spells. I have a variety of spells, but I have a lot of utility in that. Alright, so we'll just go with what we had before, the Death Breeze, and just put on Caustic Arrow, just that for now. So we're at 815 damage per second with the basic attack, and then 560.6 with the caustic arrow. So caustic doesn't really do as much damage, but it burns them down with the damage per second afterwards. That's the base hit, and then it does more damage afterwards. So that was that. We're at 815. So equip this. We're at 850. So not too much of a big jump. But then we put caustic arrow on, and 604. So it's still a jump. It's just not a huge jump. And also I don't have all my buffs on, so let's put on my buffs real quick. Okay, let's look at that now again. Second. Alright, there's where it should be with the buffs. Alright, so 987.5 and 1080. So nearly 93 or 92.5 exactly, or right around there. Plus damage bonus. So not huge, but still a good chunk in my opinion. Worth it to trade. And plus this one has bow attacks, fire, and additional arrows. So if I were to switch to something else, like say lightning arrow or burning arrow, or explosive arrow, or any of those, you know, high damage ones that aren't dot based, because I'm using dot damage over time based attacks at the moment. So if I hit just flawless, solid damage up front, like burning arrow, it will hit 2 burning arrows, and then plus if I specialize even further, I will be able to get, you know, even more. But I get 2 attacks from at all times now. My basic attack is 2 shots, and my caustic or whatever else is 2 shots, so it's not bad. And if I do upgrade it with lesser projectiles, lesser multiple projectiles, or volley, or greater volley, or I mean greater multiple projectiles or greater volley projectiles, I should be able to get even more arrows. So there's always a possibility of you know, more. But anyways, so 987.5 to 1080.3, so it's not actually exact, but it's around 92 DPS. So let's put this back here, equip this, and 671.9, and this is without the other buffs, so I'll put those on after. $757, so not a full 100, but almost 100 damage bonus. So, and now we'll put the rest on. Lesser poison does pretty good. Chance to bleed does pretty good, and vicious projectiles buffs all of it. It buffs bleed, it buffs poison, and it buffs caustic arrow. Yeah, vicious projectiles rocks with caustic arrow. So, and plus it buffs the other 2 supports. Well, no, it doesn't. It buffs what caustic arrow is buffed from the 2 supports. So yeah, all 3 of them work together with caustic arrow, but this works for caustic, this works for caustic, and then this works to caustic after these bonuses. And that's why I put it last too, so the order 3-4. And yeah, I'm just gonna save this for now. I might have a use for it. I got rid of my other 2 bows. I have 2 sets of gloves. They're both pretty much the same thing, but I had one as a backup and then one as another backup, but it's fine. I'll use one or the other if I can get to another area here. also, if I need to, I can put another enchantment on this, which might actually work out. Or also I have these gloves too, which ain't bad. These are duelist gloves, armor evasion. Pretty strong for level 27, honestly. And I thought these were the ones that gave me anti-poison resistance, but I guess I don't have that item. I thought I did. And while Lightning Warp did not help me at all, it did give me a couple ideas to think outside the box. So Lightning Warp is definitely good, and I always said it was. It's just Flame Dash is faster and more useful for what I need, but in certain situations Lightning Warp could be effective where Flame Dash wouldn't be. But in the instance of the hidden coffer and the other impassable doorways, it was not. It was just I had to look around, figure out things a little bit better. The illusionary wall and the trigger trial traps on the ground. So I just got to keep my eyes open more, and also I got to take leaps of faith with the hidden coffers. There's illusionary walls now that you can't shoot, you can't burn, you can't fire with anything. You have to jump your face into them. So while Lightning Warp would work, and I'm going to still hold on to it for a second, Flame Dash works as well. We tested all the angles for the same thing, and it worked no matter what. So we proved two different things that I thought were glitches and multiple people thought were glitches on the internet to be false, and then we found out the actual facts and proved them to be what we needed to be. Correct information. Alright, that's it. We're going back to the trial. I don't mind, because I'm gonna use up every available amount of experience on my Templar, since he's level 39, to rush through to get the trial done at first place or second place of speed running. So I won't be killing anything. So he's at 40% or something, and we'll start here at 1830. And so I'm gonna wait until tomorrow, so the next set of people win or lose, and then I get a chance for tomorrow. So I'm just gonna keep on leveling up this place and farming it out. And also, we still haven't got the full clear. We got the closest we've gotten so far. So. And it's cool, it's shooting 2 shots at a time, just like lesser projectiles is 3. So if I did do lesser projectiles or volley or greater, I'd have the 2 instead than plus. So I finally got some spread shot for my caustic arrow, so that's nice. And it's 2 for 1, so it's kind of like spell echo. And with caustic specifically, that's 2 different angled areas for the caustic ground. So I have more caustic ground effects, so that more people are now hit with the poison effect and everything else too. So even better. And I can see the damage, it's pretty big. I'm almost one-shotting things like I should be. And a word of mention, since we just picked it up, Scorching Ray is a really good channel spell. I was thinking about using Scorching Ray actually. Maybe not with this guy, but I was thinking with the Templar actually. And I've gotten so used to this puzzle now that I'm actually happy to see it. Gave me so much frustration, but now it's dropping so much good stuff right off the bat each time, so. Lightning, frost, fire. Second try. And honestly, the uniques are dropping so nicely now that, yeah, it sucks not getting, ooh, a 5-link death bow. Keep getting those 5s. Yeah, it sucks. glitching out over and over, but we're getting some loot that's actually decent, so I'm not skipping it. It doesn't matter if it glitches or not. I've already got my ascendancy, and I'm not counting anymore, even though I should be, but it's being counted. I'm recording it each time. Yeah, it's fine. But still, we're getting actually uniques every run now. And I'm getting so much progress. Learned 2 new things that I've never done before out of now 30 plus labyrinth runs. So once you learn it, you got it. And especially once you learn it and you record it, it's, yeah, glitch. So it sucks.